All right, the last thing I want to show you today is question 2 on your cumulative practice problems, question 2 on the homework, because I don't really feel like the lesson did a great job explaining exactly what this diagram is. So let's just start off by reading it. Triangle DEF is formed by the connecting sorry about that. Triangle DEF is formed by connecting the midpoints of the sides of triangle ABC. The lengths of the sides of DEF are shown. What is the length of AB? Well, they don't really mention this at all in the lesson, but this is known as a medial triangle. Right, and a medial triangle is just a triangle where you have the midpoints all connected. So I know that this is going to be congruent to this. These two are congruent. And these two are congruent because this is the midpoint of AC. This is the midpoint of AB, and this is the midpoint of BC. And that's just because they've told me that. So if we actually look back on our notes from 5.3, we'll see that when we get this, oh wait, actually not 5.3, sorry, 5.2. If you look at 5.2, we figured out that if I have my midpoints and an M, the line segment that we've made when we connect those midpoints is always going to be half of the side over here. All right, these two are going to have a scale factor of 2, and that's always true. Always true. We haven't assigned any numeric value here. I used x. So whenever you use a variable to represent something, it means it's true in any diagram. So because this is the midpoint, this is going to be true any triangle, no matter how big, as long as I've connected midpoints here. So what that's really saying is, and let's pretend we're ignoring this 3 and 4 right now. If I have a 2 right here, that means that this side, almost opposite of that or parallel to that side 2, these are both going to be 2 as well. And that's part of being a medial triangle. All right? So I can also look at it, if I tilt it, if I look at this side 3, that means this is going to be 3, and this is also going to be 3. Or just the whole thing is going to be double 3. Then lastly, if I look at this side 4 here, these two down here are also going to be 4. Okay. Right. So yeah, that's what a medial triangle is. This diagram is very rarely on the reagents. I think maybe they did it once in the past like 10 years, but who knows, maybe they'll ask about it. But anyways, so they're asking you what the length of AB is. So because I know that D is the midpoint, and all of these line segments are created by connecting the midpoints, these two are both going to be 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6. So AB is equal to 6. All right, and the only time this happens is when you've just connected all 3 midpoints, and it's known as a medial triangle. It's not super important, but it is kind of interesting. And if you know that, then you can find a lot about these outside sides. So what's also interesting about this is that if you notice, I've got 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2 in every single one of these 4 triangles. So all 4 of these triangles in the diagram are all congruent. In addition to that, we know because by the reflexive property, this angle B is equal to itself. So this small triangle here is going to be similar to the big triangle. And if all 4 of these triangles are congruent, that means that they're actually all going to be similar to this big triangle here. All right, so that one was a little tricky, and I feel like they didn't do a great job explaining it in the lesson, so I wanted to just show you how to do that. All right, good luck with the rest of the homework.